Alright, what's good, everyone? Today we're gonna do an NBA standing predictions tier list. A big fan of the NBA and NHL and into sports. I know this channel is mostly gear stuff, but I want to go outside of that since the game is kind of dying out and there isn't going to be much content to go with it. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be making some like gameplay videos for that throughout the year for like the road a series I'm going to be doing, Road to a Million. So look forward to that. But today we're going to do my tier list for what the NBA standings are going to look like. So yeah, let's get into it. Portland Trailblazers, I'll put them around the 7-8 range for now till I get a look at all the other teams. Milwaukee Bucks, I'm going to put them as the second seed. Why I put them in the second seed is because Brooklyn is just crazy. So because of that, I'm going to put them as the first seed. Probably one of the greatest teams to ever be built. So I'm going to put them there. The Chicago Bulls, I'm going to put them at the 8th so far. They are a new team, but they made some good players. Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm going to put them there for now. The Boston Celtics, I'm going to put them as the 6th seed for now. The Clippers, I'm going to put them as the 8th seed for now. Golden State Warriors, I'm going to put them as the 6th seed. They're not going to have Klay Thompson for like the first half of the season, basically. So it's going to be rough, but the second half when they have him and they slowly put him in there, it should be good enough to keep the 6th seed. And to not have to play the play-in. Memphis, I'm going to put them in the 9th through 12th range. Atlanta, I'll put them in that 7th seed range for now. Miami, I'm going to put them for the 5th seed for now. Charlotte, I'm going to put them in that 9th through 12th range. Utah, put them there for now until I fix it up. Sacramento, I feel like they're not making the playoffs. New York. I see some of the teams. Put Miami 3rd. Boston. I'm going to move some of these teams up. Put New York here. The Lakers, I think, are going to be like the 3rd seed due to them having older players and have to take breaks. Could see them in the 4th seed, to be honest. I'm going to put them as the 4th seed. Orlando Magic, not making the playoffs. Dallas, I'm going to put them here for now. Denver, definitely a top-seeded team. I'm going to put them as the 3rd seed. Indiana, I feel like is a playoff team. Put them there for now. The Thunder, definitely not a playoff team. New Orleans, I could see them being there. Toronto, see them being there. Detroit, nah. Houston, nah. 76ers, a playoff team. I'm going to put them there for now. San Antonio, I could see them being there. The Suns is a playoff team for sure. See Minnesota and the Washington Wizards being there. So 3 teams for sure for here, this spot. For the 1st seed in the West, who do I see being first? I'm going to give it to Denver. Very young team. I'm going to give it to Utah, then the Suns, then the Lakers. What other teams are in there? I guess I'll go with Golden State, Portland. Go with Dallas and the Clippers. And then for the play-in, you could have Minnesota, the Spurs, New Orleans, and Minnesota. I'm going to have those teams there. The East, I have it good. I like it where it is. I put Indiana as the surprise team, and I think this is how I'm gonna like it. Yeah. You got Charlotte, Toronto, Washington, definitely in the plan. So there's that. So I'm going to explain why these teams are going to be where they are. Brooklyn Nets, if not injured, they're definitely going to dominate a lot of teams, especially now that they've kind of played with each other for like half a season. Now they're going to have a full season under their belt. I feel like they're going to be the first seed in the East. Denver, like I said before, have young talent. They're going to have Jamal Murray back. A lot of young players, and they're going to be very good. Utah Jazz, they're going to only improve from what they did last season. Added some good additions that was needed to improve their roster. Milwaukee, they did lose some players like PJ Tucker. So, I don't know. They also were kind of like in the playoffs for a long time. So, I'm probably going to put them in the 3rd seed because of that. That does matter. I'm going to actually put Miami in 2nd. But Miami, I don't know. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. Indiana, they've been in the middle pack of a playoff team. They haven't really seen what Karis LeVert is like. I really do like their starting lineup. And they're deep, and they actually have a good coach. So I could see them being here or like where Boston is. So Boston can't really, like, it's kind of like the thing I said with the NHL. Can't really, screw Boston over for that. I'm putting them as the 6th seed because Atlanta's pretty deep. So I'm going to put them over Boston. Actually, I'm going to put Atlanta in the 4th seed just because they're very deep and they had a lot of success before. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put them over here. And they're going to do very well. New York Knicks, they added Kemba Walker. And I think it was Evan Fournier. They added some more players, so they should be fine to make the playoffs. Chicago Bulls, they added some players. But honestly, I feel like they'll make the playoff spot. But in the play-in tournament, with the experience, Toronto will take that spot. And what will happen after that, Toronto will play Brooklyn, and Brooklyn will slap them, just like how Toronto slapped them before. Probably like a 4-1 series. I'm predicting that's how it's going to go down with the whole play-in tournament, that Toronto will take the 8th seed. Maybe even take the 2nd seed. The 7th seed, who knows. But for the standings, I don't think Toronto will maybe make it, but who knows? They probably will, and it could be other things going on. The only reason why I don't put Toronto in the playoff spot is because they don't really have a true center, and I am a Toronto fan, so a lot of these teams did improve, but honestly, I could see them in the playoffs as well, so that's why I put them 9 through 12. If Precious becomes like the new Bam out of Bio somehow, so I could see them definitely being up here in the playoff picture. But they have some young pieces that they're going to be developing. I think it's going to take like one more season to really be in the mix. So that's why I don't have Toronto there. Chicago Bulls, they made moves to just make the playoffs, so I'm going to put them there. Charlotte Hornets, they did make some good moves. but I don't think they're good enough to be in there yet. Maybe next season. Washington Wizards, they made a good enough moves to be back to where they were in the play-in or even the 8th seed, 7th seed. Still can be a playoff team. Still got Bradley Beal. Cleveland Cavaliers, I don't know what exactly they're doing. They have like multiple people that play the power forward center position and multiple people that play the guard position. Don't really have any great wing players. That's something that they should focus on and trading for if they can. Sacramento Kings, Marvin Bagley still pooping his diaper. Team is just mediocre. Orlando Magic is kind of similar to Cleveland Cavaliers. They just have so many guards. I don't know what they're doing over there. OKC still rebuilding, doing their thing with the draft picks and trading away players and developing their young talent. Detroit Pistons just got Cade Cunningham. They'll be somewhat competitive, but I don't think they're better than these teams that I mentioned. Houston Rockets, kind of same thing with Detroit Pistons. Be competitive, but they won't be better than these teams that I have above. Next, I'll just move up from all the way up from here for the West Coast, the ones I didn't talk about. Minnesota, they have true upside in the offensive end, but I don't think they have good enough defense to close it out. San Antonio, they always been around this area and always made the playoffs, so they got Coach Popovich, and they're going to be a solid team no matter what. New Orleans, like I said before, Valanciunas trade will help spread the floor, make this team a bit better, but I don't think it'll be good enough. I think they need more depth, and losing Alonzo is a big hurt to this roster. Memphis, they're the ones who traded for like Steven Adams, and I don't know. It's very questionable what, like, I guess they're trading for assets. Gonna take a seat back for this season and probably to improve for the future. Oh, that's messed up. I forgot about the 76ers. I'm gonna have Chicago. I'm gonna put 76ers here because they're in a weird spot. I'm gonna have Chicago in the play-in tournament because they're not good enough. And the Knicks says the 8th seed, so there you go. So, yeah. I just feel like Chicago, they have good depth and all that, but they'll be in the play-in tournament. Yeah, I can see the Knicks getting taken out by the Raptors. So there you go for all that. Philly, don't know what's going on, but if they're trading for Ben Simmons, they're going to get a player back in return. That'll help this roster. So who knows for that. Sorry about that, guys, for messing up the whole thing. Clippers, they don't have Kawhi, but they did get Eric Bledsoe and some solid pieces. If they get an MVP like Paul George, like they did with Russell Westbrook, they're good enough to make the 8th seed. Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, but I could see them falling in the play-in because of the lack of coaching and just the weird vibes going on in the locker room. Portland, you can never, it's like the same thing with the Boston team and the NHL and stuff like that. You can never doubt Dame and those guys. Golden State, 5th seed, in the middle of the pack because they're not going to have their full roster intact at the start, but they're good enough to make it through because it's the Golden State Warriors. Lakers, I feel like they're kind of too old to get that top spot because they're going to need some breaks, and if they are pushing themselves to get that top seed, then I don't see them winning a championship. So I feel like it's important for their health going into the playoffs. Phoenix Suns are going to do the same thing as they did last season. They have a lot of young players that are just going to get even better. But Chris Paul's obviously getting older. Hopefully maintains that level of play. Utah Jazz, same thing. I feel like they've improved a bit in the roster that they needed, and they're going to do very well again. And I know Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert and all of them, they're going to really, really try to make the championship thing happen this next season. Denver got just an immense amount of depth. So if someone goes down, they still have, like, for example, if Jokic goes down, they still have Bobo that has unbelievable untapped potential that could play that position. They just have so many players that could play any position as well. So I have them in the first seed because even if there's an injury, they could still do very well in getting W's and wins. So that's just my prediction. NBA standings. If you agree or disagree, you could, say in the comment section down below. I did mention Toronto Raptors. I feel like they'll steal that 8th seed in the play-in. If there's a team that could definitely steal, like, the 8th, or if Dallas, like I said before, or if Kawhi's not in there, I could see some of these teams, like a Memphis, New Orleans, any of these teams can take that spot. That's why they're there. So, it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoy my prediction. Like I said before, let me know in the comment sections down below what you would do differently. So, hope you guys enjoy the video, and peace.